Both the provincial and federal governments are in York Region today announcing specific funding to combat crime across Ontario. But it wasn't the only thing reporters wanted to talk to the Premier about in front of the mic. Richard Southern was there to ask Doug Ford about the ServiceOntario contract. Richard, what's the latest from the province?
Obviously a story we've been following closely, with the sole source deals being handed to Staples and Walmart for these kiosks. Taxpayer money going. The government claims it'll save money, but it has presented no evidence, Melissa. Of course, Minister McCarthy, in a much talked about scrum with me on Monday, was unable to answer questions. So I wanted to press the Premier today on this issue. I had a chance to ask him about the sole sourced nature of these deals. Take a look. Premier, you spent your political career speaking out against sole-sourced government contracts, yet your government is now handing sole-source deals to Staples and Walmart. My question, why have you had a change of heart on this? Why do you now support sole-source government deals, sir?
Well, thanks for that question, Richard. I know you've been on this like a dog on a bone for the last 3 weeks, but you know, the people of Ontario love this. Absolutely love it. Not everyone can go to ServiceOntario in between 8:30 and 4:30. Now they can go from 7 till 9 o'clock. And by the way, the officials dealt with this. None of us dealt with this. The officials brought this to us, and there was about 12 companies that are looking to do this. It's no different than the federal government for Canada Post and Shoppers Drug Mart. But the good news for the people of Ontario, we're saving $1 million and we're giving convenience, and we're going to continue doing it right across the province to make sure people have the opportunity that may work during the day, that don't have time to go to ServiceOntario, to go to Staples.
If you watched our newscast, you would see your minister not being able to answer questions about why Staples is getting taxpayer dollars when they admit they're using it to sell printers. My question, sir, is will you clear the air? Will you release the business case for this today, please?
See, the officials dealt with this, Richard, but I appreciate your passion about this. And I'm just as passionate about serving the people of Ontario, have more convenience for the people there, and saving $1 million. We're going to continue doing this right across the province, just like there's convenience again for Canada Post going into a Shoppers Drug Mart. That's what it's all about. But I do appreciate your concern and your passion.
So, I mean, two non-answers there, but I mean, the real big takeaway is that line the Premier had about, oh, we didn't deal with this, officials dealt with this. Melissa, the Premier's officials clarified with me that he was talking about ministry officials. Now, of course, the buck always stops with the Premier, but this is the first time we've seen the government seemingly try and distance itself from this issue that has dogged them now for 3 weeks.
Richard, I wonder if you could clarify something for me. I know you have been pressing Ford and the government on releasing the business case. I'm wondering what kind of information will be revealed if we had a look at this business case?
All the financial information. Right now, the government says this deal with Staples and Walmart will save the taxpayer $900,000 over 3 years. But it's provided no proof of that. And quite frankly, from what I know the current arrangement is with ServiceOntario's, the independently run ones, from what I know about that, the math simply doesn't add up. I mean, the government has admitted it's spending $1.75 million, giving it to Staples for the retrofit. I don't see how this saves any money. The business case would be a kind of a balance sheet. It would detail exactly what's going on here. And as you saw, the Premier had a lot to say about my passion for the story, but had nothing to say when we asked him to release that business case today.
Like a dog on a bone, I believe is what he just said. Thanks for following this story very closely for us, Richard. I know you're going to have more coming our way. Stay tuned. Thanks again.
Thank you.